what is inside our secret?
Our secret is golden ratio.
Yes.
Golden ratio is a magic proportion, is a magic number that we always use in our job of lighting designer. This year, we decided to dedicate to Leonardo da Vinci,
Chapeau.
our big master, in the anniversary of 500 years. This little room of experience where following his instruction, we want to dedicate to the young generation how to use this fantastic proportion
In a personal
also
experience.
in their job. Leonardo da Vinci, together with Luca Pacioli, working on this proportion, and they developed this triangle,
And
which
solid.
made this solid three-dimensional that still today has been used in different applications.
And Francesco, with AutoCAD is easy, but by hand and by brain is so difficult to invent this spheric and geometrical form. It's not easy, at the time.
But today, following the Leonardo indication, still Roger Penrose, that's still alive, is a mathematics of England, using the same triangles. He designed partners that should be used on spheric surfaces for cover. But from this combination come out also the fractals used into the computers that all of us we know. We are talking
It's a mathematical formula today, but born to the past, to the proportion of human proportion, Leonardo, and before Egyptian, and before some other, I don't know who.
If we follow the phi, the famous man of Leonardo, the Vitruvian man, that is inscribed inside of the circle and the square, all this is based on two magic number 16, 18, that is on the base of the divine proportion. What we discover of very interesting, that is the mechatronic department of Kuala Lumpur University, that is based on physics calculation of the numbers. They discovered that the application of this proportion should obtain the quality of the beauty. So the beauty that is a philosophical concept should be based on a mathematical
This is a
numbers.
contamination. Today we speak about contamination and different disciplines together. But in the past, in the human story, we have, in a serious way, a global contamination.
Based on the same solid, geometric solid from Pacioli and Leonardo, also Escher used it for this incredible solid and figures. If you're looking at this cube, for our brain, it's impossible to close this.
And for our profession, it's very, very important to have the possibility to control the perception, the human perception, and not only the physical number about lighting, because it's not enough for have an atmosphere in lighting.
Following the Fibonacci numbers, in nature, if we see how this shell is moving with this proportion, but also the leaves
Roses.
and the roses in nature moving on this number. This is why this is named the divine proportion, because it's something that inside it, all of us, we can discover all around us in nature.
And in divine proportions, there is a magic number. And every day we use this magic number for our work.
Now we can show how. The golden section should be applied following the triangles of Leonardo and Pacioli for designing, starting from the little one to the bigger one, on the same proportion. And the same on the spirals. Probably all of you know the Fibonacci sequence that follow the numbers. So 1 and 2, 2 and 1, 3, 3 and 2, 5, 3 and 5, 8,
But
and so
Fibonacci and Leonardo was friends and worked together. A drink of wine, a bottle of something. In that time, they worked together, and one thinks something new, and other study the possibility to develop the idea. Like today, an engineer and architect, or lighting designer and engineer, together work something, and study and discover the magic number.
The magic number.
Phi 1.618.
This number is at the base of our West traditions. In all our architectures, these numbers are used. If we see on the Parthenon and the Colosseum, the elements are the rectangular and the circle. But if we divide the circle, we have the arch. The arch is based on all the Western architecture, starting from Roman still today. But many of us don't know that the same numbers are also in the Middle East and East cultures, because inside of these triangles, there are the same numbers.
Logarithmic triangles,
If we
1.618.
If we look on this other side, that's a typical Islamic drawings, the same numbers are into this combination of geometric form and triangles. Nobody of us know this, but this triangle is a sort of chain between the two cultures, West and East, using or how I can say, the Western element, or what we consider Western element, like the square, the rectangulars,
And I have another one.
the circle, or the little strip that are used in many, form very common for us. But if we add triangles, immediately we can connect these Western cultures with the Middle East and East cultures. Outside
We are
of
in
the
East.
general forms that we know.
The proportion
Based on
of
this,
architects.
we had a perception of this. I will show you a simple example, another simple example like this. If I put these two squares, another square here, and I put my triangle here, and another triangle here, based on the Leonardo proportion. Then I put this here, or here. Okay. That is a sort of two-dimensional elements. If I close my eyes and open it again, looking at it, it becomes like a piece of paper that I fold. So I perceive a 3D impression. This is because inside of this there is a magic number.
As very important for lighting designer know this typology.
The lighting designer can do with this. If we add light inside of this,
yes,
then we can add a new value to it. And we can show it in this experience room on the floor. We have put many triangles all together that, using the quantity of light and the color of light, we can perceive deepness, 3D, but also a kind of quality of the surfaces. We can transform the cube inside of it like this now in a metal cube. You can see here. And now it becomes a copper cube. Or if we're using another combination like this now, it becomes an aluminum cube or a plumb cube when this face is closed. So it's a metallic cube. This is what the light can do.
And all this conjecture is automatically born in the brain, because our vision true to the brain, to our perception, and is so important.
Using a different point of view, we can transform the color that all of us generally have attitude to see in something of new.
Yes,
like the metals.
Francesco, explain why for a young generation it's so difficult to choose one color or another, because sometimes I don't know which criteria is possible to use. White, red, pink, like Christmas tree, I don't know. My favorite is blue. And if the people follow the possibility to this golden section to true and mix it the color with this Fibonacci sequence, it's more easy to produce something beauty, harmonic.
Yes, something that's moving in the direction of the beauty. So from Western tradition, we have one piece for the composition of light that we have shown. This is a basic rectangular, then we have the circle.
Golden rectangular.
Golden rectangular. And then we follow Leonardo have developed triangles.
Golden triangles.
That should be combined with these elements for make the mental illusion that we have seen inside.
Like us, Francesco, Serena, plus golden section.
And the incredible of this that I can jumping up on this, so I can use this outside into the water. Okay, so you have the possibility to explode your creativity with this number and these elements.
Please, young generation, use 1.618. It's a wonderful secret.